Please be seated. Good afternoon. All right, that's not bad for a Tuesday. But keep in mind, I'm the youth minister, so I like it nice and loud. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. There we are. Thank you all for joining us today at this Holy Eucharist. My name is Kate Riley, and I am delighted to serve as your canon for youth and young adult ministries through the Diocese of Maryland. Our patron saint of the day is Joseph, say it together, Sherachewski. Yes, I have dyslexia, so that's extremely hard for me. But Joseph was born into a Jewish family living in Lithuania. From an early age, he showed an aptitude for learning, and he had been designated early on in his life for rabbinical school. During his higher education, he was given a copy of the New Testament in Hebrew by the London Society for Promoting Christianity Amongst the Jews. A very laser-focused group, you could say. So after reading it over and over again and discussing it with his fellow students, he was convinced that Jesus was in fact the Messiah that had been promised to the Israelites, but not yet feeling like he could call himself a Christian. He moved to Germany, where he continued his education and became fluent in several more languages. He then settled in New York City, where he spent a short time in community with the Baptists, the Presbyterians, skipped over the Lutherans and the Catholics, and settled with the Episcopalians. While attending General Theological Seminary, he heard a calling to work as a missionary in China. Once he was ordained a deacon, he accompanied his bishop to go on that mission. While serving in Peking, he translated parts of both the Bible and the Book of Common Prayer into Mandarin, so the congregations he was serving could read the gospel and prayers in their native language. After several years of ministry, he suffered some pretty devastating medical issues and had to return to the U.S. for treatment. Once recovered enough, he was asked to return to China, but this time as a bishop. He would be assisting in the creation of smaller, more concentrated regions in hopes that it would better serve the people by giving them a more focused leadership, more intentional pastoral care, helping each of the sheep feel counted and included. While serving as bishop, he accomplished many things, including setting up a university to serve the region in higher education. He sadly suffered a brutal stroke and spent the majority of his later life confined to a chair. However, his spirit could not be stopped, still finding the willpower to work on translating the Old and the New Testament into Mandarin and eventually Japanese. He died in Japan at the age of 75, being fondly known as the greatest translator in China. So as I was looking over this during jury duty last week, I thought that maybe Bishop Joseph's legacy could show us all that we are called to ministry with our specific gifts. These gifts and talents that are given to us by the grace of God are for helping to shepherd the flock in all the diverse glory it comes in. I recently heard some great wisdom from a fellow preacher that what we preach is often what we need to hear the most. So with that, I say to you all, and to myself, that we cannot possibly be everything to everyone all the time. Only God can do that. And even then, we still get frustrated with him. Excuse me. Some of us are gifted at managing numbers, projecting costs, figuring out how health insurance works. That's not me. Some of us are very talented at helping those who are foreign to our shores, who are searching for that feeling of home amongst the wilderness. Some of us are extremely talented at research and putting data together to find a solution. And other of us are excited and equipped to serve those that are the youngest among us. That is me. But we are not meant to do it all. The point of being in the flock, a part of the community, and creating the kingdom of God here on earth is that we get to be ourselves with our gifts and talents and our shortcomings, and have others share their gifts so that everyone is uplifted in the end. Sometimes we may feel happily enfolded in the rest of the 99 sheep, feeling connected to our community, happy to be just nestled in and part of the party, and other times we're just vibing, hanging out. Once in a while, or sometimes more often, we may feel extremely disconnected, like maybe we don't actually belong. Maybe something's missing and we have to go searching for it. Perhaps, like Bishop Joseph, we travel to other countries to see where we might feel like we fit in. But the most beautiful thing to me is that wherever we are on that journey, with all the gifts we have and do not have, God not only walks with us, but is celebrating us. God is delighted in our journey, in our wanderings, in our feeling enfolded, and our feeling outcasted. So as the world continues to be a place where we may often feel lost, I wonder, where have you felt the comfort of the shepherd's staff lately? Or, if you're brave, how have you maybe provided that comfort with your specific gifts